Ta-da. Right, we are live for AP Week, day 2. For us in the UK, we're just wrapping up the day, but I'm joined today by the extraordinary, the one, the only, the guru that is my good friend, Mary Shaeffer. Hey, Mary, how are you?
Good, how you doing? You looking for a job in a carnival?
If only that was the case.
Right.
So come on, Mary. Look, I know that we haven't spoken live for a while, but we're live to the masses. So we've done so in the UK it's 5 o'clock. In the US where you are, I think it's around lunchtime, 12ish, I
It's
think.
lunchtime on the East Coast, but on the West Coast they're just coming into the office.
There you go. So hopefully, you know what, we'll catch a few people. Hopefully, people leaving the office in the UK and maybe Europe. In the US, hopefully, people starting the day, sort of getting halfway through. But what an honor it is to have you join me today, Mary. And I thought, if it's okay with you, we'll have a quick wrap up of what's happened today. Have a quick look at what happened yesterday as well.
Okay.
So I've got some stuff I've got to share. I've got to click buttons, Mary, and you know myself and tech. I click buttons and you and I will disappear.
You know, right. You know how happy I am that you're doing it and I don't have to do it.
Yes, I can see the big smiles as always. So I will go through that. We'll talk about tomorrow. So tomorrow we've got a live AP forum event, which is a leadership and influence event, and we'll talk very much. And this is the reason I've got you on more so. Not only it's lovely to see and hear from you, but to get your expertise and your knowledge on the key influencers that we announce tomorrow. So before we start, Mary, what's been going on? Come on, it's AP Week. Tell me some stuff that's been going on in your world. What's been going on over in the States and around AP
the
now?
big thing over here, and it's probably no different from you, is everybody's talking about AI. And as I was mentioning to you before we got on, it's quick how fast it gets into even pop culture. And even I have now in the last week or two a few TV shows that we watch. It's actually been part of the plot. I'm like, oh my God, here we go.
Yeah, do you know what, Mary? It's mad as it may seem. So AI, you and I were chatting before we came on live. AI is here. You know, it's not as though it's on its way. It's here, and it's like everything. You can either embrace it and use it and try and learn it and get to grips with it, or you can. We've talked about it before. Do the ostrich effects. Pop your head in the sand and pop your head back up and hope it's all gone. Look, it's got some uses, as you know, and I've seen lots of videos from you, Mary. You do some amazing videos, as always. But the downside of AI clearly is this whole fraud issue where people are replicating faces and voices. And I saw a program this morning, actually, before I came out for day 2, and it was somebody live on television who had an AI image of themselves at the side of them. So it looked like two people talking the same. It was a perfect image. Slightly, the mouth was moving slightly different, but absolutely scary. But at the same time, it's part of the future, isn't it?
Right. And you bring up a good point, Jamie. So we have, when I talk, one of the things I have is how you can, detect a deep fake and all this. But, and this is a big but, it's just going to work for a little bit of time because it's been getting better and better. And yeah, the lips, the hands, not perfect. That's today. A year from now, they'll probably have perfected that.
Well, look, Mary, you saw the comment there from that rascal Gemma. Yes. She loves you, and what she's clearly saying there is, look, if this AI takes over the world, clearly they don't want 2 Jamie Radfords, but they definitely want 2 Mary Shaeffers. So
I don't know about that, but I would want 2 Jamie Radfords.
No, trust me, and nor would the wife. Actually, she wouldn't like 2 Jamies. So, look, before we start. Yesterday, I don't know if you watched sort of some of the repeats because I know there's a time difference, Mary, but it started in earnest. Yesterday, it was like we shot this sort of shooting pistol and said, right, live week, the week's live. And literally the internet, we call it turning the internet blue. Everybody jumped on. There was pictures, there was cake baking, there was posts, there was videos. There was just so much appreciation for all the wonderful thing that, you and I are always telling our audience you should be more brave, more confident. Right. But this is the week. This is the time to shine. And it was phenomenal. We had hundreds upon hundreds of posts. In fact, the system we use, which I'll share in a second, Mary, was we use this sort of thing called the AP Wall of Appreciation.
Yeah.
And it broke yesterday because we had so many people trying to post onto it. It crashed. So I don't know whether it was AI or it was a spook, but it was overloaded. It was overworked, a bit like me, overworked and underpaid.
So,
But
Jamie, can I just tell the audience, in order to get on the AP Wall of Appreciation, all they have to do is use the hashtag that's on the screen, and somehow magically it gets picked up.
you see, Mary, look, this is why you're with me, because you're the expert. You knew exactly what that thing down there was doing. I'm talking, I'm in my own world. You're absolutely right. So AP Appreciation Week 2024, using the hashtag. If you do that and you use Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever your socials are, you will miraculously, there's magic here, get live streamed onto one of our platforms, which we're going to show today. Now, the other thing is, you reminded me actually, Mary, it's great to have you on. It's like I'm an expert when you're on. Here's the link.
You do the same thing with a to-do list, my friend.
What can I do? Look, here is the link. If it's not too late to get involved in the week. So yes, it started yesterday. Today we've had an amazing day again, and we'll share some of the content. But if you want to get involved, go to that web address there, ap-association.com/AP-week. There's lots of dashes and slashes in there, but take a note of that address. Go onto the page. On the page itself, there's a download link. You can download the pack. We put together lots of images. There's a survey, the first survey that our influencers and our audience pull together. There's actually some offers, some special offers. I'm supposed to tell the audience about the special offers, but the most important part is a bit of fun. So you can download the images. We see when I share the system in a second, loads of people are using the images. We're literally pushing stuff all over the internet today. And one of the things, because I know you love this, Mary, is when senior people get involved in AP Week as well. You love this. And, we've had years gone by where we've had the CFO visit the AP teams and get involved in cake baking. We had the CEO of a very large vendor, a vendor within our world. So they're a solutions vendor who created a poem for AP. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, Mary. He opened up to it and he was honest. He said he'd used ChatGPT just a little to help him with it, but it was great. It was really great. So if you jump onto the Wall of Appreciation, you'll see the poem. It's from the CEO of a large vendor, and it just shows, that everybody wants to get involved during AP Week, and it was a bit of fun.
We have two accounts payable poets.
We do. We did one, Gemma. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I don't know whether I'll be talking to Gemma after a comment there, but yes. But yeah, so we do. So we have two AP poets. You were at a conference last year when the wonderful Gemma shared her poem, and I think you put her on a podcast as well. You had her on a podcast.
Yes, I had her do her poem, recite her poem, and then I put it up on our YouTube channel because I wanted to share it with everyone. And I got to tell you, Jamie, I was afraid when I put it up, we'd only get a few views, but we've gotten quite a few views on it.
Well, listen, Mary, I know that your YouTube channel now is a paid YouTube, so you need to pay Gemma some royalties. I think it's at least 2 pence in the UK. I think that's what she's due. I'll make sure I pass that on for you tomorrow. Yeah. But look, if it's okay with you, Mary, I'm going to share my screen and we will go through a few posts, and then you and I can then talk about tomorrow's event. So I'm going to press a button now, and I'm hoping when I press it, something happens and something comes on the screen. So, Mary, can you see my screen now? I'm hoping you see it.
It worked.
There you go. Right. Okay. So let's click into a few of these. Okay. So, Mary, so this is the team at Radius, one of our members, led by the wonderful Diane Bamford, who you met last year, who was sort of got an award for being, outstanding in terms of the influence community, and has sort of won a Lifetime Achievement Award with ourselves. But what was amazing about this picture was, if you look closely, they've got a large screen in their reception. So they've used the screens that the images we posted for them. Each of the T-shirts, if you look really closely, each of the T-shirts have got branding on them, which is all AP Week. So they've gone to the extreme. They've got T-shirts, they've got on the big screen. And yesterday they did lots of baking cakes, games. The team at Radius have really gone all out this year, and it's amazing. They really have really gone. It looks amazing, and what an amazing team. So here we got lots of things. Look at this, Mary. Look at that for a cake there.
Oh my goodness! Look at those
But
cupcakes.
it's Beckett's Foods. So the wonderful Angie Mitchell and an amazing team have been baking. So they've been actually, she's not watching us live. How dare she? Today at 5 o'clock, they've got a stand in their own organization, and it's full of AP memorabilia. It's to really promote accounts payable to their organization. So they've got cakes, they've got some goodies from us, and the whole organization at Beckett's are joining them to celebrate AP Week. And there's some of the examples of what they've been going through today. It's amazing. Let me go through some more, Mary. There's all. Here we go. Look at this one here. See, lots of cake baking. This is the team at Screwfix. So in the UK, Mary, we have
AP folks like treats.
They do. Well, actually, it's all led from me. You don't get a figure like mine for eating salads. I'm used to eating cakes. So I was with this team. So Screwfix are a wonderful team. I went to see them a few weeks ago down in the south west of the UK. And they took the team out today. They had some lunch, they had some picnics, I think. There was cake baking, and Brian and the team there, and Karen and all of the team have really got involved. But I don't know, Mary, I visited them 2 weeks ago. There was no cakes. They took me some lovely lunch, no cakes. 2 weeks later, clearly, then, they start baking cakes and pushing it back to me. But again, an amazing effort today. Let's go down here, Mary. Okay, look at this one. So you've met Nicola Stevens from Nando's. So she was one of our panelists at our conference last year. So Nando's restaurants, one of my favorites. If you like chicken, you like hot and spicy chicken, that's the good place to go. Nicola got her team together today and celebrated the wonderful AP team at Nando's, and I'm with them. I'm going down to see them shortly, in a week or two, into the capital, into London. But it was an amazing post. The team there do an amazing job, and it's just lovely. It's so wonderful to see everybody posting pictures and celebrating AP Week. So, and look at this one, Mary. This will make you jealous, and this is to prove to you that we do get sun. You see that one?
Sun. Not when I come to visit, but you do get sun. You save it.
You bring the rain and the mist. Actually, I'm sorry, Mary, but you always come at the wrong time of the year. But this is the wonderful team at Yorkshire Water, celebrating with an outdoor picnic. I think this happened yesterday, actually, but they posted the pictures today.
What I notice about all these pictures, Jamie? Everybody looks happy. It's not like somebody said, "Hey, we're going to take a picture, smile." They genuinely look happy to be together. They
do. And you know what? You're absolutely right, Mary. I think it's the spirit that comes together during AP Week. It really is phenomenal. Here we go. Here's somebody you know very well, Mary. The wonderful Mandy Wilson from Interdigital. You know Mandy. So she flew over from the States last year. She joined us on a panel. She was at the gala dinner with you and I. She was on our table. And she's kicked off AP Week with her team this morning. And again, because of the time zone difference, I'm hoping Mandy will join us at some point in the week. But again, celebrating AP Week across the pond, as they say. So thank you for Mandy for getting involved. A couple more before we sort of close out today. Here we go. Look, it's all food related. Look at this here. So this is Josh and his team going out for a bit of pizza and a bit of you can't really see it on the screen actually, but the words from Josh are amazing. And if you read into some of the posts, if you visit the website, they really go into detail about why they celebrate, why it's important, why is it important that they get notified. And I think again, the first couple of days is always food related, but absolutely, you're right. The smiles are you can tell the smiles from ear to ear. Here we go. How about this one, Mary? We'll finish on this one.
Picture and they say smile, and everybody's got this. But these people look very happy to be together.
Oh, they love it. And again, this one here, this is one of our customers, National Gas, a bottle of wine. And thank you for being absolutely bloody brilliant, as they said on the card there. So this is Jasmine, who joined us last week at one of our Fast Track Managers courses. The great team over at National Gas, led by Rachel and Jasmine, an amazing team, really engaging. The entire team fully bought into the process of AP, and it's lovely they're celebrating and sharing. Not sure about the bottles of wine. I don't know who approved that one, but you know what? It takes all sorts. So we'll finish it there, Mary. So I'm going to stop sharing, and if I'm allowed to, here we go. Go back on
I
there.
have a work
So
idea for you based on that. You know how I'm always coming up with work for you to do. Oh, you could do this. You could do that. He's shaking his head. Oh God, now what he's
yeah,
thinking.
more content, more videos, more blogs, you name it. Yes, you always give me things. It's like homework. It's like going back to school, Mary. You're giving me homework to do. So if it's okay, I wanted to have a chat about tomorrow. So tomorrow, which is Wednesday, in the UK, it'll be the 15th of May. We are running a live forum. So we're based in the Midlands, so in Birmingham Central. We've got it's called the Leadership and Influence Forum. And we changed things up this year. So as you know, Mary, each year we do a conference, we do an award ceremony, we celebrate individuals and teams. One of the things we also do then is we celebrate the influencer community, the APA key influencer. And you're one of our original influencers. You are the lead influencer, if you like. You lead us all down the road of payables, the payables world. Tomorrow, we've changed things up a little because the forum and the conference have grown legs. You know, they're large in their own rights now. We've separated them. So tomorrow we will celebrate and award the new 2024 APA key influencers. So Mary, look, just before I sort of give the details of the forum and all that sort of stuff, tell me a little bit about why it's important to be part of an influencer community and what has it meant to you as a guru? What's it meant to you, if you don't mind?
I mean, the simple, really practical stuff, and we all have to be practical, is that, when you're an AP influencer, and Jamie only gives that title to a few very select people who actually go out of their way to try and spread the word about accounts payable and best practices and all that. You have something else to put on your resume. You have something else to put on your LinkedIn profile. And Jamie's even nice enough to make a little badge thing that you can put on. From a very practical standpoint, that's a takeaway that people can have. So the next question is, okay, well, great. So they say I'm an AP influencer. What does that mean? And what it means is that you share, you help spread the word about best practices, internal controls, and a little bit about the AP Association also, but also to try and help elevate the whole accounts payable function. Because when most of the corporate world who doesn't really understand what goes on in AP, they don't have a good impression of it. But the more people get out and talk, and the more people spread the word, the better impression, if you will, management will have not only of the AP department but of the individuals. And I don't think I ever told you this story, Jamie, but I started the first newsletter for accounts payable. And I was at a conference and a woman came up to me. She said to me, I told your boss this, but he said to come over and tell you. And this really meant a lot to me. She said, when we started getting your newsletter, we started sharing it with management. And she said, up until they started reading all the different things that you wrote about AP has to do and giving credit, she said, they thought very poorly of the accounts payable department. And she said, but you helped us by reading these articles. You helped us kind of raise the image of the whole department. And raising the image of the department is important because, again, being practical, a higher image means bigger raises. And I don't know about you, Jamie, but I always wanted a bigger raise.
Yeah, I always wanted, never got it, but you're absolutely right, Mary. And look, what an amazing story. And again, you're absolutely right. Your words resonate. And anybody who's watching this back, listen to Mary. Mary's a guru in our world. You've been around. And I actually, you know what, Mary, this week I was reminded LinkedIn have got this new algorithm and they tell people when your birthdays are and how long you've been in.
Oh, I know.
It reminded me, and I don't want to embarrass you, and I'm hoping it's right, but it reminded me that you've been 19 years as AP
19
now.
years since I started AP now. And I got a note from somebody and I thought, how does he know that I've been doing I mean, it was like precise. It was the first one I got. And well, then I got, 20 more. And then I was like, oh, LinkedIn sent out a notice about this. But yeah, I've been doing this for a long time. And I like it. And people say, well, why do you talk about accounts payable? Because I think I told you this, Jamie. I started in finance, and like my first finance book was about interest rate swaps. And it's like, well, interest rate swaps and accounts payable, but there's really so much to talk about with accounts payable. I'll never stop. And I think it's important. And, but we need more people besides me and Jamie to help spread the word. And so I hope that if you're listening to this and you've not written a little article on LinkedIn, or not come on my podcast to talk about something that you've done in AP, or not volunteered to talk even on a panel at one of Jamie's conferences, that you think about doing it, because we need more AP people to talk about it.
And look, I
And
mean,
thanks,
look,
Michael.
yeah, Michael Short, you can see he's pretending to work there. He's the new boss of the APA. He's pretending there. Thank you, Michael. But do you know what's lovely though, Mary, is that, you're right. People do say, why stay in accounts payable? I've been in it most, if not most of my life, in the world of transactional finance accounts payable. But the people make it. They really do. Such a lovely, warming community. AP Week is all about people.
Yes.
Look, we all get challenged. We're not all paid the highest salaries. We're under a lot of pressure, as everybody knows. But we're the hardest working team, bar none.
Right.
I don't care what anybody says. The payables folk are the hardest working team. They literally, in the UK, we call it looking after the crown jewels. They literally keep the lights on, the wheels of motion going. And Mary, look, we can give them this little time, this little week where we celebrate them. And I know you do very similar. You have weeks in the States. You do technology weeks. Your channel, your YouTube channel is just a knowledge fest from yourself. And look, you're an expert now. You're a YouTube phenomenon. I've seen some of the videos with tens of thousands of people watching it. If only I'm sitting in here and all. But
actually, I have ones, Jamie, 30 on basically Introduction to Accounts Payable. And I think it's like 35,000 people have watched it in less than a year. Well, that's my big success story. They don't all get 35,000.
But Mary, look, what that says is, look, 35,000 people don't by accident go and watch a video on accounts payable. That means 35,000 people have clicked on a video, they've watched it, they've absorbed your content, got your expertise, and hopefully have got that bit of knowledge which takes them to the next level in their career. So that's why we honor people like yourself. You're the original. You're the people that we all admire from afar. But because you've been in it longer than 19 years, that's when you set up AP now. But this is what the influencer community is around. You're absolutely right. It's people focused. It's best practice. And it's expressing your voice. And we all do it differently. Some people like to do this. Some people like to go on stage. You don't have to all be as confident and as we wish you to be, but you got to start somewhere. You've got to start with those little bits. And
you know how you get to be confident? You do it over and over again.
Absolutely.
I can remember, like, when I first started, when I would have to give a talk in public. It's still not the easiest thing to do. I think both Jamie and I will tell you that. But I would literally have to hold on to that lectern to keep myself from running away. It's not easy.
Well, look, Mary, I mean, again, so let's chat about tomorrow. So the forum panel tomorrow. So we've got 4 panels for anybody that's in attendance. We are restricted, unfortunately, because of the size of the venue. You know what's wonderful about the venue? And let me just quickly screen share you. Just 2 seconds. Let me show you the venue. Michael went to the venue earlier and he shared the venue. So if I go on to here, there we go. I hope you can see that, Mary.
Jamie, I would have put something on the wall before we did this talk.
There you go. You see, look at that, Mary. Look at that, all on brand. So we're going tomorrow.
Nice.
The leadership forum is in an auditorium, so it's almost like a cinema. Unfortunately, we don't have popcorn, but it's a really focused, engaged audience. We've got 150 AP professionals joining us and leaders joining us tomorrow. The event space is amazing. We've got, I would say, circa around about, let me stop sharing that, Mary. Again, tech doesn't work. There we go. We've got 4 panels. And if I briefly go through the panels with you, Mary. So panel 1, we're looking at navigating leadership dynamics in AP and P2P. So that is a conversation about the types of leadership styles, what we have to do, how we motivate teams, what we have to, really involve ourselves in that sort of challenging world of management. So the leadership area is panel 1, great panel. Panel 2, we've got I know this one's close to your heart, Mary. I'm facilitating panel 2, and it's how we can align ourselves to the C-suite agenda. So that topic is
really important.
And you know what? The panel that's there tomorrow with us, we decided to write down all the C-suite. So it was CEOs, CFOs. And before you knew it, we had sort of 10, 12, 14 C-suite levels, CMOs, CPOs, CIOs, you name it. So the idea tomorrow when we do panel 2 is what keeps them awake? What's on their agenda? What can we do with the finance teams and the accounts payable teams, the payable world, to align our agenda and our strategies to not only the organization strategy, but what makes the C-suite sit up and listen to us? So how can we align those two? Should be a great talk. I know you've done lots of talks
I
on that.
wish I could come to that.
Well, I think we're recording some of them, so I'll find out tomorrow. I'm not going to put myself in trouble, but I think we're recording some of them, so we may have that one we can record. During the day, we've got an amazing speaker, somebody who unfortunately couldn't come to the conference last year, but she's joining us tomorrow. Her name is Danny Wallace. She's a female powerhouse. She really is. Her story is one of leadership. It's overcoming adversity, but she's just amazing. Her talk is phenomenal. She doesn't come from the world of finance or accounts payable, Mary, although she's a small business owner. She understands the challenges we face, but her story will really resonate because it's one of putting your head above the parapet, really leading from the front. So I think she will be phenomenal. And again, I will let you know, Mary, when she's finished her talk, she will be amazing. She'll knock it out the park. I think that's the way that you guys in the States say.
That's what we say, right? That's a baseball. Which, you know,
there you go. See, I'm pretending. I watched one of your videos the other day and I saw that thing. And I thought, I'm going to use that one. Panel 3, we've got one on business partnering. Business partner in the UK. It's becoming more popular, actually, Mary. So that's where, somebody would represent the interest of the accounts payable teams and the business and maybe the suppliers. So the business partnering, Gemma, who used to work at Tarmac, she's moved on, had built an amazing product there, or sort of a solution around business partnering, and had a great team. So we're going to discuss that one. And then panel 4, which is again close to our heart and what we're talking about AP Week, is high performance teams and driving the stars of the future, the rising stars. So again, a great panel to finish.
Honestly, I'm jealous. They're all great.
Well, the wonderful Kat, she's not with us. Kat Moy, she's not on the live today. I don't know where she is. She's probably in the bar. Kat's leading all these. She's our MC extraordinaire for the day. I'm doing a little bit at the beginning and a little bit at the end. But you know what caps the whole thing off? And this is why I want not only your knowledge, but we then do this live awards and we do the ceremony. And why that's important is because it's the first time we've had a physical award ceremony for the influencer community. Secondly, we're going to live stream it. So if you're a current influencer, or you've been nominated to be an influencer this year, or you're a member of the association, you will get a streaming link. And if you jump on that link at 1:30, I've been told, I am allowed to say that, 1:30 UK time, that's when the stream opens. And you can watch that right through till 4 p.m., I think.
So that's 8:30 East Coast time. And West Coast, I'm sorry for the folks on the West Coast.
They just get some coffee down you tonight and get up dead early. But again, what we'll make sure we do is that live video award ceremony tomorrow and some of the panel discussions. We'll make sure that we then get the recording. We'll post that back out to all of the influencers and all the members. So look, Mary, tomorrow will be phenomenal. It'll be great. It's lovely to get 150 odd leaders in a room. We'll live stream it so people like yourself can hopefully get involved and watch the awards, from the benefits of sitting in your house and watch from afar. But when we roll forward a little, once we've got through AP Week, which is still got lots to do, we've got a whole week's worth of activity, we then focus on conference. And you were with us last year at the conference. It was amazing. You did a lovely talk. You gave me an award, which is very unusual for me to get.
That was the highlight, by the way, of the conference for me.
It was definitely my highlight, getting an award from you. So that was amazing. And Mary, our wishes for you to.
Horrified to see me up there on stage. Like, what is she doing?
Do you know what, Mary? I think I told you at the time when you went round the back of the stage, I thought, oh, Mary's got lost. Where's she off to? I was going to sort of get on the stage and go, come on, Mary, come on. I didn't. But yes, it was very embarrassing. But what a day. We had a brilliant conference.
Yeah,
you did a keynote for us. And the gala dinner was amazing. And we're doing it all over again. 15th of October. And we won't announce all the speakers this year, but I can't. You're on live. So you can't say no to me, but we'd love you to come along again if you can find the time. So I did it purposely to make sure I can book you in. But look, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. You're part of our community. You are a real guru, and you're a good friend of mine. You've been a mentor to me for many, many years. Mm-hmm. So if you have the time, if you have the ability to get across to the UK and brave our weather, we'd love for you to come along and do another keynote for us and get involved in the conference again on the 15th of October.
I'm flattered to be asked. Yes, thank you.
There you go. See, look, if you do it live, they can't say, no, that's the way it is. This is the strategy. That's what I had to do.
Where did you get? Did Brad tell you that?
That's it. He's also my mentor. He gets me to get these sort of things. So look, Mary, it's the 30-minute mark. It's the everybody in the US hopefully will finish lunches or maybe starting the day somewhere in the UK, and no doubt they're all sort of heading off home and watching this backtrack. Any words for the audience live around the world, because we have got them watching all over the place? Any words of wisdom, any lasting remarks before we finish for today?
Just that, Jamie was talking about influences, and the way you get to be recognized as an influencer is just start talking. So, post something on LinkedIn. If you don't have anything to post, if you're thinking, what could I post? Well, look at some of the things that Jamie and some of the other people post, and then even if you just give it a thumbs up, that's a start. You can write a comment. If you have nothing to say except because you think, oh, he said that so wonderfully, you can just post, I agree. You can share it with your community. That's the first steps, and you can do it. Trust me, you can do it. We're entering a new age with AI. I have to tell you, I interviewed an AI expert, and he said it much better than I can say it. He said AI is easier than Excel. And when he said that, I was like, what? And you know what? He's right. If you just learn a little bit, it is easier than Excel. So it's a great opportunity, a great future ahead of us. A little scary. I'll be the first to admit that, but I think it'll be exhilarating, and I hope you'll be part of it.
Words of wisdom as always. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this, Mary. Really appreciate it. Hopefully we'll talk again throughout the year before conference, because we've got to do some planning. Please keep involved during the week. Obviously, I'm live tomorrow at the event, and we'll do the live stream. Back on Thursday and Friday, I think we're doing some bits as well, and we'll do a wrap-up session towards the back end of the week. But Mary, thank you very much. We will speak again soon, and we'll end it there. Thanks very much.
I'll see you tomorrow.
We will. You'll see me live. You'll see me live stream. I'm the one on stage giving out the awards. Right, lovely. Thanks, Mary. Speak again soon, everybody.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone, for listening. Bye-bye.